Only on Fox 6, 17 years ago, a Dodge County man walked into Lambeau Field and he barely came out alive. Doctors say he would not have survived a massive heart attack had it not been for another fan there that day.
Fox 6's Ben Handelman and photojournalist Andy Conkle shows us why an attempt to thank her has been the journey of a lifetime.
It's a Wisconsin rite of passage.
Welcome to Lambeau.
A journey to visit a field of heroes. 17 years later,
God, tickets were only $53.
Chuck Wickert still holds tightly to the ticket from his first ever trip to Lambeau Field.
Section 16, row 4, seat 19.
If you ask to share a memory,
I didn't remember anything from that day.
You'll have to ask someone else.
I do remember the day.
For daughter Carrie and wife Allison,
She asked me to have a seat.
it's a day that changed their lives forever.
Everything was kind of went blank.
Wickert's heart stopped beating.
Told us the worst news that they could tell us, that he did have a heart attack.
When his eyes opened days later,
He kept asking me, who saved me? And I'm like, I don't know.
a journey began to find the woman doctors say saved him.
Every year he says, I need to find this woman and thank her.
Privacy laws and dead ends turned a search they thought would take days into months, then years. As the 17th anniversary approached, outside his Dodge County home, Carrie once again found her father in tears.
And I said, okay, it's time for me to start searching again. My dad, Chuck Wickert, had a heart attack at Lambeau Field. He didn't have any warning signs, yet it was the CPR that ultimately saved his life. Who that woman was, and more than anything, wants to thank her. Someone has to know who she is and make our dad's dream come true. So I posted at 8:30 in the morning.
A post
At noon that day, it had been shared over 5,000 times.
going viral.
Unreal, but very exciting.
In less than 24 hours,
Actually, my hands started shaking. I was so excited.
in her inbox,
Oh my gosh.
the message they've been waiting for.
They're from Heartland.
On a picture-perfect Packer Sunday
Now I'm really shaking.
at a restaurant in Hartford, nerves run high. The search
Like, here we come, you know.
is finally over.
This is Mary Beth. Hi. How are you?
An embrace of two strangers who have thought about each other for years.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, you're welcome. It's my privilege, trust me.
Meeting for just the second time.
Finally? Yes, yes. Good to see you. Good to see you standing upright. Nice to see you upright.
Sitting in section 16, row 3, 7 months pregnant, Mary Beth Milkey of Heartland attended the game with her husband Dave.
Game started and everybody was just doing their thing, and the man behind me, all of a sudden I could feel him laying on my back. I assessed him and I couldn't find a pulse, so I put the towel over his mouth and gave him mouth-to-mouth right away. Nice to meet you.
For nearly 2 decades, they too wondered how things turned out.
I hoped and prayed that what I did worked. And I'm so sorry it took us so long to connect.
As the two families meet, they make up for lost time.
It was very emotional.
17 years of life that could have never been on full display.
Hi, kiddos. I wouldn't be able to run around in the yard, play ball with the little ones as they're growing up.
Yes, definitely.
A heartwarming chance to finally say thank you for a man that went to a place of legends only to find his hero was sitting right in front of him.
Absolutely.
Ben Handelman, Fox 6 News.
Wickert and his family say a second woman assisted Milkey with CPR that day. They plan to meet with her in the coming weeks as well. Both families hope this story will inspire others to learn CPR. The two families, by the way, do have plans to stay in touch. Isn't that great?
It's fantastic. It's beyond great.
Love that
We should
story.
never forget how we're connected. And the thing we do at any given time of any given day can send someone's life on a trajectory for good. And we all have that power, and that story shows it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and she's 7 months pregnant trying to do
time,
that. Can you
yeah.
imagine? Wow.
Amazing.
Amazing
story.
Yeah.
I don't know how we go to weather.
I don't know,
right?
how do you,
just take it away.
Well, but you have a
I got
graphic
grapple
that may
coming out of my eyes. But
You are a
enough.
classy guy.
All right, let's